Hello, and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2. Where last time we took down a skeleton, found a cursed ring. Now let's continue our adventure. You can come with us. We actually don't need the gloves of teleportation, do we? Oh, cool. Can't reach this. Go this way. It looks quite astonishing, doesn't it? The Void of Souls. Hello, gold.
That's plenty.
Supernova. Purging Wand.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
It does? It's amazing, but purge. What does purge do? Wait, is it cursed? Doesn't seem like it. Consume corpse to gain source point, or steal a source point from a living character. I don't think I need that. Leggings. Amulets. Cool. Heart of the Tyrant.
Lucky find.
It's not lucky. Gives you one warfare. I actually prefer the fine jacket. Not enough strength? Oh, because it doesn't give you strength. What about you? Would you like to wear this?
It's been cursed.
Oh, take it off then.
It's been cursed.
Doesn't say it's cursed. Well, that's not a lot of money.
You made it all this way.
Interesting. Yeah, no thanks to you.
I'm sorry.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brachus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die.
What did you do to earn this punishment?
I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason.
Very well, I'll break your jaw.
Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
That actually gives a Geomancer, something I might need. That's a two-handed weapon, so is this, in fact. Definitely will use this one.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to
Oh,
bone.
beautiful.
Farewell.
Thank you. My death waits. My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death.
Diana Soja.
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana.
Take it.
As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Bracchus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be? The terrible vision fades.
Gratiana used the pain and death of others for her pleasure. She should be damned until the end of time.
Well, she lived a selfish life. She seems to have repented. She should be forgiven.
No.
Whatever a person may have done in life, they can always be redeemed.
Yeah, but if it's someone else's choice, if it's mine, not so much.
I'm not ready. No, you can't. No!
That was good enough, I'd say. Let's get out of here. So that was the boat of Barracks. Barracks Rex. The teleporter. Okay. So that's the quests of wands we just finished. Oh, skills? Nothing new.
told you, lass. We'll be heading home in no time.
Hello, teleportation skill. I'm gonna give you to this guy. Wait. Can you even use that?
You'll show your mettle soon, Squire.
Your teaching served me well, sir.
Scoundrel. Ooh, wait a second.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Where are my boots? Oh, right.
Go home. We'll be safe. We won't have to fear again.
Something you could actually use. Air damage. Closed circuit. Chameleon cloak.
Well so far. Keep it up.
Be some
To add your back, sir.
supernova. We don't care about you. I think it's in the backpack.
I told you, lass. We'll be heading home in no time.
Raining blood.
Gareth will know what to do. He'll take care of us.
Can't equip it if we don't know what it is.
I told you, lass.
Okay, here we go. One of you and gee, I don't know. Gives you fire resistance, also sets you ablaze.
Hold it together, Leia. You're doing great.
Finally get out of here.
Thank you,
Now
Gareth.
that Gareth's returned.
We can't wait to go home.
Migos ring.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Okay, boots. Hit points, okay, go with this.
Gareth will know what to do. He'll take care of us.
Okay, it seems fine.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
The goddess's tears still.
Oh, we made a goddess cry, boo-hoo. You have ultimate power. Get over it.
It was not their time, it seems.
What word do you bring?
Oh, I managed to find the wand that will see the Shriekers dead.
I had no doubt. You bring me hope, Sorcerer. I'll gather the other Seekers and travel to shore. Meet us there as soon as you can.
Gareth's voice echoes throughout the Enclave with such command it could rouse a fawn to action.
We move, Seekers. Now is the time to resist. The Lady Vengeance will be ours!
What level am I? 7? Yes, cool.
May you always walk in wisdom's wake, the flower-strewn path of Amadia.
Alcove. Let's go speak with Alcove. Anyway, what level is this weapon? I'm just kinda curious. Level 5. Huh. Cool. Ah, Gowan. There you are.
Come. This way, in the back. Follow me.
Now, teleport me down to the ledge behind me near the tree stump. I'll bring you right after. Oh, we're almost free. Can you taste the ale? Oh, the scent of home.
Okay.
Over here. It isn't far. You think this is a game? Oh, good luck escaping without me, you sodding ringworm.
Where was I supposed to teleport him? He said behind the tree. Where? There? Let's see where that is. Oh, great. Wait, we did kill him already, right? A hatchet.
That's plenty.
Supernova book.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to bone. Farewell.
Lucky find.
The jar before you, the soul jar rocks slightly. As soon as you touch the vision, a shadow, as you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret? Something inside you strains. You are replete. You cannot absorb more source. The jar sits still. It seems inert. As the power, for a brief moment, you're looking through someone else's eyes. You see a giant statue. The last of the magic seeps out of the jar and rushes inside you. Its power thrums through you, filling your body with source. The terrible vision fades.
Well, she lived a
Whatever a person may have done.
The jar before you, you hear roaring laughter and shouts. Then the hush of... With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a beautiful palace court. It's filled with cheers. You see a jester prance in the court. He casts illusion. The scenes, the door closes. Your hand falls. The visions fade to black, but the memories remain.
Associating with
You might have good...
Yeah, but I do want that armor. Seriously? Mostly I like the idea that you can actually judge those people for what they've done.
That's plenty. Look at that wand. It hums with inner source. Nice.
You made it all this way.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet.
I'm cursed. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I don't like his favor was. Really?
He drops to his...
Thank you.
Seriously? Where's the armor? Where are you?
You made it all this way.
He trembles.
As long as the jar stays on, I don't... Really?
He drops to his knees.
Thank you.
This still isn't the armor I was looking for. Gives you 1 intelligence, though. Is it dependent on the person that speaks with him? That'll be strange. Still, it will make a little bit of sense if it's the skills that you have. But then why don't you just give us more rewards to choose from?
You made it.
He trembles.
As long as the jar stays unbroken. Really?
He drops to his...
Thank you.
Constitution and summoning. This is not good.
He trembles.
As long as the jar... Really?
He drops to...
Thank you.
Intelligence and scoundrel. Yeah, we can't wear that, unfortunately. If it was strength and necromancy that I need.
You made it all this way.
He trembles.
As long as the... Really?
He drops it.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess this one will work. Anyway.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glow. You see, or rather, you feel a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Brachus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing. A human spirit slips from the ruins of the jar. Decked in necromancer robes, she turns to you, bows, and starts to fade away to nothing.
My eternal thanks, young one.
The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
The memories of a necromancer. What could be more vile?
You're a bloody hypocrite, you know that?
Anyone who marches at the head of an undead host deserves whatever punishment they get.
Oh my lord. You two are horrible, horrible people. Yeah, I'm a horrible person as well, but at least I don't hide it.
Good find.
The jar before the soul jar assumes the vision, a shadow. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep longing. Graviana's soul.
But I'm not ready. No, you can't. No.
The terrible vision fades.
While she lived this...
Whatever a person may have done in life, they can always be redeemed.
Unless it's a necromancer. They must burn in hell.
Good find.
This jar glitters and glows. From within, you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking as all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink. The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still twisting in your gut. The jar shatters like glass, but a spirit rises from the shards like smoke. The ghost...
Beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
The vision fades.
I've rarely seen such cowardice on display.
Keeping the dead as slaves. What a disgusting display. She deserved every punishment.
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move. The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power, for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you have nothing to say about this guy.
You see a shape emerge from the ruins of the broken jar, a lizard in the finest necromancer robes. It grudgingly nods at you as it starts to fade from the mortal realm. The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
Who meted his crime out of pain, not malice. He ought to be forgiven.
This is the price of pride and greed. The villain got what he deserved.
What the hell's wrong with you?
No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons.
It's people like you that gave Nazis bad name. Okay, let's keep on.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
There is something strange about the statue. Look it over with great care.
As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
A higher power has temporarily granted you the ability to see spirits. As you learn the channeled Morse source, you may one day be able to use this power ability at will within the mortal realm. Cool. Okay.
The ethereal figure before you raises the visor of his highly polished helm. Beneath it, his handsome face is weary, yet his eyes burn fierce and bright. He glowers at you with disgust.
You pray not at my shrines. Can't say I'm surprised. You, my most wayward cub.
He spits over his shoulder, folding thick arms across his steel-bound chest.
You don't recall me, do you? I am Raleigh, prime among the seven, and father of all humans. Father of you. I preferred you as a child, pious and devout. Remember? I called you to follow me, and so you did.
Retro called you to an order you wanted no part.
Ralik gazes at your upright form, a contemptuous frown creasing his face.
Look at you now. My child, a killer for hire. You can't hide. I see the dead who whisper your name as they pass the threshold of the halls of echoes. And who's to blame?
No one.
I know you blame the gods. But what blame can the gods take for the actions of men?
Aren't men gods' responsibility if gods exist?
The gods didn't make you into a mercenary, but nor did the gods make you refuse to kill that elf in Fort Joy. Oh yes, I know about that. You're a paradox, Ifan. And who's responsible?
He stares deeply into your eyes. As you gaze into his deep green eyes, you feel your whole consciousness following. You notice every shade of stone within, from iridescent emerald to flecks of grey.
You truly want me to blame myself for something I had almost no partake in.
The verdant pools encompass you. There is nothing else, nothing but Rallick's eyes. Suddenly, a vision coalesces. You see yourself, the bright and zealous crusader you once were. You are breathless, scouting through deep forest. You are racing with a message of utmost importance for the elven people. You make it to civilization. Too late. An explosion devastates the beating heart of the elven city. Ancestor trees thud to earth, strong trunks crack even louder than the horrified screams. A fetid miasma pulls the air. Gasping on the fumes, you are dragged to safety by a wolf who appears out of nowhere. He pulls you free, clawing an elven woman who gets in your way. She collapses, wheezing under the choking dust. She clutches your ankle with her hand, grip tight as of ice. As you reach down to help, her hand falls away, lifeless. Through the haze, the death fog, you see her dead eyes, black and staring.
This reminds me of White Sourcerers.
Through her lifeless eyes you fall. You see them, Legion. The thousands slain that day, those you were too late to save. The hundreds slain by your own hand since then, mountains of corpses and rivers of blood. You see the motherless children left behind, the scarred slaves sold to the highest bidder. Choices you made, contracts you took. The army of the lost gaze at you silently, their loathing and reproach palpable. Encased in pitch black of deadest night, you know not which way is up and which way down. Vertigo spins your senses as you see the consequences of each choice you made, one damning choice after another. The guilt you tried to escape from lies here, bare, throbbing. It was waiting for you here all along, in this filthy chamber at the base of your rotten heart. Your pain pulses, ebbs and flows, undamned. You widen your eyes, striving to see further, but a stinging slap drags you back to reality. Rallick stands before you, gimlet eyes hard now. He slaps you again, harder.
Pity won't bring them back. Nothing can bring them back. But you can yet come back yourself. Long ago, you turned your face away from all that is light. Turn back to me, and you could yet save others. Could save all.
I don't need the help of a god to achieve my goals.
Rallick slaps you again, full force. He stares into your eyes with challenge.
That's what I'm looking for. That crusader courage. The courage to stand up for what's right.
Rallick punches you full in the face. You feel a familiar sensation as the delicate bones of your oft-broken nose give way. He catches your arm in one vice-like fist and dangles you above the ground. He laughs and shakes you like a rag doll. You feel rage surge within you, barely containable. Feel it electrifying the blood in your veins, pumping through you. You feel like yourself.
Twist out of his grasp, kick right where you know will topple him. Reach for your dagger with your left hand and slide it through the gap between his helm and his armor, resting the point right where you know the jugular to be. Growing longer forward to bite at his face, stab the finger of your left hand straight for his eye.
Rallick smirks and releases you.
That's it, Ben-Mezd. That fierce spark of zeal is why I chose you, why I saved you from that sinking ship. You tried to hide it behind apathy, but the light shines through. Embrace who you really are. Why did you become a crusader in the first place? You heard my call, not Lucian's. So fight for me. I need you. The Seven didn't abandon Rivellon. We are trapped here, powerless and squabbling. You ruthless son of humanity. You will be my champion in the world. You are my God-woken.
I already have a job. I don't need another one.
Don't let that spark become a flame that devours you. I chose you for your wildness, yet I can leash you if needed. I will grant you my blessing, fierce wolf. It will aid you on the path out of this place. And then, we will have words again.
Rallick steps towards you, solemn of face and bearing. He raises his right hand and presses it upon your heart. A surge of warmth and well-being rushes through you.
You've learned the bless skill, yes, finally! Which allows you to bless existing surfaces, cloud, items, and characters. Using it, you can also cleanse cursed statues.
You may have noticed I've tried to help you on your journey. I blessed the water beneath your feet so that it would aid you. Now you have the power for yourself.
Oh, it was you who blessed the water after the fighting was already over.
And this is only the beginning. More and greater powers await you, if only you will seek them. Only one like you can wield them. Now go, God-woken. Go with my blessing. Let it remind you always of who you are. My Crusader.
I never asked for this power.
You did not ask, but you received. Not all boons are prayed for. Not all curses are deserved. In time, I will ask more of you. But now, your goal is simple. Survive. Escape the grasp of those who would imprison you, who would break you, who would limit your true potential. My child, you and you alone must rise above the reach of minor people. But before you lope away, let me ask. You are traveling with company, yes?
Tell him that you needed ours to stay alive.
Watch them well, then. For they are dangers as much as any Magister. They are your rivals. They are God-woken too. But you are the one who will be a god, none other. Keep your claws sharpened and your eyes bright and keen. See everything from two sides. Take the wolf that saved you, that follows you so dutifully. Watch him. The wildest animals often turn and bite the hand that feeds them. Oh, and Losa, that pretty little one you think of at night. Kill her now, and be done with it. Until we meet again, my child.
I think of night? What the hell does that mean? What does bless actually do? Bless character or surface for 2 turns. Allies near you start slowly regenerating physical armor. Nice. Anyway. I do need more memory swaths. I don't need one of those, but which one? I still use mosquito from time to time. Oh, fine.
I'd say we should stop to talk, but I'm swamped.
You have a minute to talk.
Sure thing, Chief. What's up?
I spoke to one of the gods in How of Echo.
One of the gods? Really? Well, look at you go. What did they say?
I met Rallick. He told me that you, Losi, are a liability.
One of the gods said that.
Losa huffs on her fingernails and buffs them on her tunic, smirking.
Nice.
What do you think about
I
that?
think I'll call my next song She Who Struck Fear in the Gods.
Oh my god, you're adorable!
And you? What do you think about it? You gonna neutralize the threat? Shuck off the liability?
You're not a liability. Also, just because a god tells me to do something doesn't mean that I will do it. If he wants you dead, he should kill him himself.
Her face cracks into a mischievous smile. She capers around you, bouncing from one foot to the next, chanting.
You like me, you really, really like me.
Oh my.
She stops suddenly, goes rigid, then relaxes, smiles broadly, and leans over to whisper in your ear.
Psst. I like you too.
Sure you do. Yeah, we will abandon her once we leave this godforsaken place. Let's talk to the only companion we actually care about.
Can't talk now. Later. I must say, I was hoping to enjoy a smug advantage over everyone else. Lacking skin may make me a target for mortals, but I am mercifully immune to mosquitoes. However, they are infuriating when they get in one's skull. I can barely hear myself think.
What do you think our next move should be?
Given enough time, I could walk from this island to the shore. But time is in short supply. I must procure a quick way off this island, and that means procuring a ship. While there are certain unsightly bulges in your clothing, I doubt you are hiding an entire boat in there. It seems supporting the Seekers in their fight to take the Lady Vengeance is the path to follow.
I really like your mask, it's quite convincing.
Well, of course it is. It was crafted with care. 100% ethically harvested from mortals, too. The quality is second to none.
You must really enjoy battlefields.
Up to a point, certainly. They are frightfully loud, but the selection afterwards is quite good. The faces are often what you might call fixer-uppers, but they're young and quite serviceable, if you get them before the flies do. Poison is preferred, of course. No marks to the face, the subject can be of any age, and death is often quite peaceful.
You do realize that poison can rotten the skin.
Not for them, of course, but it's significantly more relaxing for me.
How do you ethically harvest faces? Well, he just told you.
Oh, you simply wait until the creature is dead, preferably of natural causes. Although that does limit your choices somewhat. You may end up with quite a few sagging faces. I will never understand why you have so readily accepted aging, or digestion. They are frightful pastimes.
Okay. Tell me about the Eternals.
Ah, this is perhaps the first intelligent question you have asked. After all, one should always try to learn from one's betters.
Actually, I just remembered, I don't care. Smirk, of course. That's what you're doing.
My people are a race far beyond anything that exists in the world today. We seek to master the secrets of the universe. We craft wonders to last through the ages, long after your crude tools have rusted to nothing.
Okay. What do those wonders look like?
There is a great variety among our people. Some are tall and lithe, others short and muscled. Some come in a variety of eye-catching colors. Others you can barely see at all. This is what makes you such an abomination, you see. You almost look exactly like every other human out there, just as every lizard looks like every other lizard. Walking through this world is as repulsively bland as staring at a wall for a century.
After a while, the very sight of you disgusts me. No offense, of course.
And where are those wonders now?
I do not know. There are rumors that some have been found at the Black Pits, an oil field on Reaper's Coast. I was trying to uncover the truth when I was waylaid by these Magisters. But wherever the artifacts of my people are, I will find them. We have not simply vanished into thin air.
Okay, I'm gonna say that because I think he's gonna get insulted. I met with that god in the Hall of Echoes.
Indeed, so I gathered from your earlier prattling. I also met someone.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing is wrong. Simply unexpected. The person I met was without doubt a god, at least by your standards. When I wore flesh, I knew her as the Lady Armadia. She was one of the 7 lords that served our king.
So you actually met a god? What were they like?
Naturally, they acted as any lords would. They bowed to their king and sneered at their lessers. And there was an awful lot of sneering, even back then. One can only imagine how much there is now.
Some things never change.
Yes, well, if you are quite finished wasting my time, I believe we have some business to get on with.
What would you do if you had divine power?
What would I do? Oh, dear heart, it is not a question of would. It is a question of what will I do.
Oh, you want to be a god? I keep liking you more and more.
It is only fitting after all. You worship the Eternals as gods. Why not follow one as divine?
Okay, that will he'd do then.
The Lady Armadia has laid out the plight of the world and begged me to help fix it. It is a grave responsibility, but one that I gladly accept. Ignorant. I dare say I have a better knowledge of this world than any creature living in it. Oh, I may be missing some social mores or be unaware of what king waged which war, but why nitpick?
You don't like history?
Your history is an interminably dull list of mortals that were born, achieved nothing of worth, and then died.
Okay, that was a cool answer.
Certainly one may have expanded his kingdom, or another invented some way of pickling fish, but what does it matter?
Well, it matters because that's the world we live in now. How did it get to this point? Why do some people complain? Why can't there be world peace?
Where will your kingdoms be in 100 years? In 1,000?
Considering that 100 years isn't that much of a time for a kingdom, it is a lot of time. A kingdom can become from a great empire to a small duchy. In 1,000 years though? I don't know.
They will all be dust, along with each and every one of your great heroes.
Okay, people do live to 100 years. This world has magic. Don't say that they can't live that long. Well, it's worth knowing then.
Your people and nations come and go, mayflies screaming their importance at a universe that cannot listen. But the universe is always there. The laws that govern your states change over centuries, but the laws of the world. Even when my people walked this land, a dropped apple still fell to the ground. I have yet to see the mortal king that can decree all apples must fall up from their trees, or order fire to produce cold instead of heat. No, these laws stretch to infinity. Understanding them lets you understand the world. That is knowledge worth having. Everything else is arguing over who has built the prettiest sandcastle as the waves creep closer.
What happened to you?
I fell victim to the enemy of all great minds. Fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of change. These are the things that poison civilizations. I was on the cusp of a glorious breakthrough, but my king's fear held me back.
Okay. What do you think about the king?
He ceased to be my king the moment he turned on me. I did nothing wrong. All I wanted was to further the knowledge of the Eternals. Who knows? Had I been allowed to continue my studies, perhaps I could have warded off whatever catastrophe befell them.
It's a barrier of a pure source. He could have used it to gather power.
I mean, yes. I suppose you could have drained the power from it, but that would have weakened it significantly. It would be quite irresponsible. After all, the power of the thing is not the point. It hid something. Who knows what that might have been? The secrets to the universe could have lain behind that curtain. But I was not given the chance to find out. Now, I fear I never will.
He purged you for being curious.
Well, certainly he was not pleased with my insistence that we investigate. But the king's word is law. Was law. But the reason I was purged was slightly less intellectual. After the king refused to let me investigate the Veil, I brought the issue up with others. The 7 lords. Beneath the king in authority, but far above me. I brought them my research. I showed them everything. I had hoped they would help me convince the king of his error, but before they or I could act, I was arrested and, well, my sentence was carried out.
So what was your background?
I discovered a veil hanging across the universe. A barrier of pure source. It was amazing. The kind of discovery on which a civilization turns. Who knows what secrets may have been hidden behind that curtain? But my king forbade me from further investigation.
What was he afraid
Do
of?
you know, I never thought to ask. Between him purging me and casting me into a traitor's tomb. What a foolish oversight. If only I'd had your prescience and curiosity, I could have saved myself centuries of pondering that very question.
The skeleton stands quietly for a moment.
I'm not sure. Centuries in a tomb can warp one's memory. I remember the big things, of course. My library, my home, my king, my family. But the rest, it's all covered in a fog. And the more I see of this world, the thicker that fog seems to get.
And what is the Eternal King?
Once I would have boasted that it was the best form of government. Indeed, it was the only form of government we knew. Living forever under the rule of a wise king is one thing. But if that king should turn into a despot, if he should reject philosophy and the natural arts for the sake of power, well, I cannot imagine a worse torture.
A library?
I was a scholar, researching the secrets of the universe. Had I been allowed to proceed, my people could have ascended to godhood as one. An entire race of deities, with a perfect understanding of the universe. It would have solved all of our problems.
You can't imagine how it might have looked like.
Indeed you cannot. Nothing in this world compares to it. We crafted our homes from stone and crystal, using the power of the universe itself to keep them in place. Your people, on the other hand, seem quite content to sit about in smoky hovels, held together by straw and filth. It's a mercy I don't have a nose. I cannot imagine how you stand it.
So, family come on low on your list.
They came rather low in my life, alas. My wife and daughter always had to compete with my work for my attention. And my work was always stiff competition. They were often neglected. I wonder how many more years they spent neglected before... well, before whatever happened, happened.
Okay. Let's go loot the body of that woman. Like any sensible person would.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
didn't lose your head. Well done, my lad.
Your teaching served me well, sir.
Soon we'll be done here. Proud to have you at my side.
I'm glad you're back, sir. We all are.
Okay, first, let's go to the square. What happened to you? Oh, it requires source power. Well, that sucks. Actually doesn't do anything. But why source power? It's a blessing. You can curse people. You cannot bless them.
Come. This way, in the back. Follow me. Now, teleport me down to the ledge behind me near the tree stump. I'll bring you right after. Oh, we're almost free. Can you taste the ale? Oh. Hey, hey, over here. Now, teleport me down to the ledge behind me near the tree stump. I'll bring you right after. Oh, we're almost free. Can you taste the ale?
Down the ledge here. Didn't I do that before?
You think this is a game? Oh, good luck escaping without me, you sodding ringworm.
Where am I supposed to teleport you?
Quickly now, come along. Perfect. Now, teleport me down to the ledge behind me near the tree stump.
Near the tree stump.
Now, come towards me. I'll teleport you down. I just need to see you clearly. Simply perfect. Now, teleport me to that mossy rock across the gulch, just by the torch. You're almost there. Even the air smells better here above that pit. Thanks for the help, and good luck getting yourself out.
Looks like it's just you and me, Stumply.
Well, you best hope I never find him. I actually knew he was gonna do that.
Out of the frying pan and into...
I'd say we should stop to talk, but I'm swamped.
What do you make of this place?
Don't make much of it one way or the other. But the farther we get away from the joy, the better. There's got to be a way off this island.
You could say so. Something else I was about to do. Right. Magical stone wand that does poison damage. It's a wand, 16 damage, quite a lot. Oh, we're here.
Knowing the reputation of Brackus Rex, we should tread gingerly.
Really, he sounds like a wonderful person.
What is this contraption?
Before you stands an ancient shrine, runes carved deep into its rock.
Let's examine it.
The runes are in no language you understand or recognize. The shrine seems completely inert. You feel the source inside you swell up, filling your chest, yearning to be free.
I focus my power, calling the source to your fingertips.
Your power flows from your chest and into your hands, green tendrils of power slithering from your fingertips across the shrine. The shrine starts to vibrate and glow, slabs of stone gliding across each other as it begins to open.
Nice.
Artifacts of the Tyrant. The Cursed Ring. I felt a jolt of energy when I picked up Tromboy's ring. It want me to put it on. Okay, Thane. I'm gonna trust you on this.
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. Something isn't right. The ring's gone, but not its curse.
Come on, let's bless you. Right, so, where were we? Right.
Bloody ring. It's loose. Get off me and stay off. The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. Bloody ring. It's loose. Get off me and stay off.
Okay. Champion of the gods. Right, I'm gonna end this episode here, so thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.